that how many of you have felt stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed at work recently? The facts state that in 1 in 5 adults experience mental illness each year, where we are having lot of sessions around the mental health, how we can create a positive environment around it. What a meditation session. Mentally healthy workforce is a productive work. So remember, breaking the stigma around mental health at work isn't just the right thing to do. It's an essential for creating a healthier, more productive work. And isn't that what we are all about in nature, right? Hey there, HR heroes. Welcome back to HR Unscripted, where we tackle the real, raw, and sometimes uncomfortable topics in human resources. I am Deepika, the HR partner at Niroga. And today we are diving deep into a crucial issue, that is mental health at work, breaking the stigma. Two, but before we jump in, let's get real for a second. That how many of you have felt stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed at work recently? If I thought about myself, me too. Me too sometimes feel stressed, me too sometimes feel anxious and overwhelmed with my work. But most important part is that what we do, what should we do when we feel that and all those stuff. So here is the thing that mental health in the workplace isn't just a personal issue. It's a business issue, a productivity issue, and most importantly, a human issue. So today we are going to discuss about it, break it down into different stigma and the myth and the fact that organization has. And we will be talking in the HR unscripted stuff. So first, the cold and the hard facts. The facts state that in 1 in 5 adults experience mental illness each year. And then 71% of adults report at least one symptom of stress, right? And another one is that mental health condition really cost too much. Okay. But let's talk about what is it? 8 in the 10 worker, let's suppose, with a mental health condition and says that it's a shame and a stigma and they prevent themselves for seeking help. And that's right, because people who are suffering from it, they are suffering in the silence because they are afraid of what others might think. That is also the fact, right? So as a HR professional or as a human being or as a person, as a colleague, as a team member, we have the power and the responsibility to change this. So let's today talk about that how we can break this stigma and how we can talk about it openly. What are the some practical things that you can do to avoid these things in your organization? So step by step, let's talk about that how one can see it, right? First, and like I always talk about the conversation and the communication importance, right? Because in everywhere the communication play a very keen role, right? They play a very important role, whether be it at your home, be it at your office, be everywhere. If you know how to communicate, if you then the 99% problem gets solved, right? So we'll be talking more of like practical tips that what one can do to talk openly about it. Because definitely, as I said, stated in my fact that 8 in a 10 workers chose to silence. Like they suffer in a silence. They do not want to speak up about it. So let's make a culture where everybody feel to talk openly about it. That they are feeling stressed. They are feeling anxious about it, right? So the first step is that let's start with opening the conversation, right? So the step one is open the conversation, and I mean really open it. It's not like that. How are you? Fine nonsense. It's not like that. Let's not only talk about this. Definitely, for a lot of tips and tricks, this really get works because where you're getting the regular checking, hey, how are you? If you and from there also you can sense it that the person is not fine. If you say fine, okay, but from there, from the very first there, you can sense it that person is not fine. So ask people how they are really doing. And all of us, the team, the colleagues, the leaders, these all starts with you, because I'm not going to say that this is only the HR responsibility or this is only the CEO responsibility. No, as a team, this is everybody's responsibility. As I talked, that the responsibilities start not only for the leaders, but it starts with everybody that who are working, the colleagues, the team, and the leader, right? Share your own experience with the stress or anxiety, and trust me, I think the person who is dealing with this will appreciate you honestly. Like definitely they will appreciate your honesty, that that you are opening about your stress and anxiety. And I'm very vocal about my stress to my colleague. If they, oh, I'm feeling very stressed, I'm really feeling very overwhelmed with my work. So that is the one key thing that you can start opening the conversation with your colleague. So the second thing can be educate, educate, educate. Definitely, even when a lot of time we are feeling very stressed, but we don't know about it, that either we are feeling stress. So I think it's very important to provide with mental health awareness training, like offer workshops on how to do the stress management. And you know what? It's really start with nothing. Slowly and steadily, you will get more anxiety, you will get panic attacks and all of those stuff, because of your work, might be because of your personal issues, might be. So I think the one of the best thing that an organization and as a team and as a colleague we can do is that providing the mental health awareness training to them. Share the resources and knowledge, because everybody knows that knowledge is power, right, people? So I think that is also the one of the key thing that an organization should always do, like providing awareness training about it. Now, this the very most important thing, like I also earlier talked about the culture, the supportive environment that you can give to your colleagues. So you need to create a supportive environment. That definitely this means a lot of things, like be it creating a culture of good culture around you, like a lot of things like a flexible work arrangements, encouraging work life balance, and also providing a very good quiet space to your colleagues, your team member. And please, like this is like this is not for all the things like HR do to glorify, right? So I think stop glorifying this thing. It's a basic thing that one company should do, like creating a very supportive environment, very minimal things. It can be start from the minimal things, doing the little bit flexible work arrangement, starting encouraging the conversation and encouraging the people to maintain their work life balance. I, what if that the person is not feeling stressed because of their work? What if it's because of the personal issues, right? There can be a lot of reason, right? So that way you can create a supportive environment where people feel open to even speak up, to start a conversation, right? And if they're dealing with it, provide with them the flexible work arrangement so that they can manage their stress. They can also feel good about it, that my organization is supporting me, right? Now the step four can be like review your policies. There are any policies that you have regarding to the mental health, right? Because I think I have researched or like searched a lot of Google, and then there are found that lot of companies starting with the mental health policies. They are starting like a health plan cover, right? They are covering the mental health services. And I think if you have not done it, it's time for the update. I also do have in my organization, I have also partnered with Mood Space, where we are having lot of sessions around the mental health, how we can create a positive environment around it, what are meditation sessions. So these are some of the services that you can get, and you can create your own policies, that how you're going to do it. Now there are a lot of also there are practical tips that you can do to know that whether your employees are feeling good, your peoples are good, your colleague is good, your leaders can do, managers can do, is that measure and improve it. Definitely you can conduct a lot of anonymous mental health surveys and monitor that what is the stress level. Definitely it would be anonymous, but most importantly, you are getting something, and listen to the feedback that the team is sharing to you and make changes accordingly, because that surveys really help. And make sure that this is anonymous, because people don't want to highlight their name, because as I said in one of my facts, they choose to silent, like they don't want to discuss it openly with everybody. So it's okay. We do have a certain like, take this and just listen to them, and provide them with a good feed, like listen to the feedback and then provide with the solution and make the changes accordingly. So now I know what some of you are thinking, but what about productivity? Definitely, because that is one of the most important things, and in an organization required, right? That everybody wants you to be productive, and that's your job, right? But let me tell you something. A mentally healthy workforce is a productive work, and it's as that simple. Because if your people are mentally fit, definitely the workforce will be also productive, right? Remember, breaking the stigma around mental health at work isn't just the right thing to do. It's essential for creating a healthier, more productive workplace. And it's that what we are all about in HR, right? Because these are the policies can be made up by HR, right? That's where the key role coming. That's why we call it as a people management, because we need to work for the people. We can create education surveys for them. We can create a supportive environment. We can create a policies. We can create a surveys to know that how my employees are feeling. And most importantly, we can induce the culture of conversation, open the conversation around. So all the HRs, these will be not only your sole responsibility, but everybody in your team can do it. But definitely, you need to take a step ahead and create all the policy around it, right? So, but now I want everybody to talk. Like, before I end this session, I would like to know. So remember, breaking the stigma around mental health at work isn't just the right thing to do. It's an essential for creating a healthier, more productive work. And isn't that what we are all about in HR, right? So here is your HR Unscripted challenge for the week. Take one action to support mental health in your workplace. It could be as simple as asking a colleague that how they are really doing, or as big as proposing a new mental health initiative to your leadership team. And hey, don't forget to take care of own mental health too. And you can't pour from my empathy cup, right? Because when you are dealing with it, you can't help others, right? Because everywhere in the announcement, help yourself first, and then serve the help to others, right? So to do that, here's what I'm asking each of you to do, is that reflect on your own attitude towards mental health. Are there any biases you need to address? Practice active listening. Like sometimes people just need to be heard, right? So just listen. Familiarize yourself with lot of like mental health resources that's easily available. And also, so this is the time that you have to be a mental health advocate. If you see stigma in action, speak up about it. Remember, small action can make a very big difference, and a simple how are you really doing can be the start of an important conversation, right? So start the conversation with your team, with your colleague, and also suggest some of the steps that you can do to your leadership team. And if there are a lot of policies or new initiative that you are already taking in your organization, definitely please share those in the comment below, and I'm happy to discuss about all those things, that how one can do that, right? So that's all for today, HR Heroes. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell for more unscripted HR realists, right? Until next time, remember in HR, we are not just managing resources, we are supporting humans. Keep it real, keep it unscripted. Here, signing off, your HR Unscripted. Thank you.